Good morning, it's Dr. James. I'm so grateful to have a few moments with you today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And most importantly, thank you for your courage and conviction to get up and create a life that you love. Now, today I've got a little extra inspiration for you. Before we begin, I want to let you know something about myself. I am a morning person. And I've been a morning person since as far back as I can remember. Since I was a little boy, I just loved to get up in the morning. And I love to just get up and I love to see the sunrise. And I always had energy in the morning. So I apologize if sometimes I come through with a little bit too much zeal, a little more, it's just how I am. And with that, I'd like to share with you a little study that I found this morning that'll help to underscore why it is that you and I can collectively continue our unbridled zeal for being morning people. Or if you're one of those people who's working on becoming a morning person, here's an opportunity for you to consider. And we know there's a lot of good science out there that comes down to the quality of sleep and its relationship to productivity and mood and disease risk and a lot of things. And it's all about getting at least ideally 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. Now, along with that, we've always thought that it didn't really matter when you went to bed. If you went to bed at midnight and got between 7 and 8 in the morning, as long as you got that 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it was awesome. Or you could go to bed at 8 o'clock at night and get up at 4 in the morning. It was okay as long as you got that solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Well, the story is getting a little bit broader and I think a lot more compelling because a new study coming out of Binghamton University in New York found out that there's a lot to do with not just the duration and the quality of your sleep, but also about what time you go to bed at night. That's right, what time you go to bed at night. And what's really cool about this, I find personally, because I love to get to bed early. In fact, I'm the kind of person, if I'm in bed by 9 o'clock, which is usually the case, with a book, I'm like, woohoo, I've got my book, I'm surrendered, I'm in that wonderful place. I haven't seen a monitor for at least 2 full hours because I like to do a digital sunset sometime around 7 o'clock at night. And then I read this study this morning. And it basically said that people who are going to bed within an hour and a half to 2 hours after the sun goes down, they actually have a much greater opportunity the following morning to have greater optimism, to have less stress, less pessimism, overall productivity goes up. It is a huge opportunity to take this whole idea of a morning person and bring it to a whole new level by being an evening person who gets to bed earlier. Think about this opportunity. Now, I know for a lot of people, they say, well, I have to get those things done at night. I have to stay up sometimes 10, 11, or 12, or I'm a night owl. Well, you know what? I'm not going to ask you to do anything different if that's who you are. No worries, no judgment. But here's an opportunity for you to just kind of reevaluate. If you were open to the idea of having less worry and less stress, if you were open to the idea of having a lot more optimism in your life, along with productivity, what would it be like for you to actually close down shop, move from being that human doing to becoming a human being sometime between 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then starting to shutting down all things and truly connecting with your source, connecting with yourself, connecting with your loved ones, connecting with a book, a pet, but just literally disengaging from the doing side of your world so you could go to bed earlier. Because studies do show more and more now that the sleep quality is impacted by what we're doing at night, but now we know the time we're going to bed has a huge impact on our overall outlook on life the following day. If you're open to the idea of more optimism, if you'd love to be less pessimistic, that's something that you tend to do, or if you will, have ruminating thoughts. All these things were studied and always seem to be directly impacted by how early we're going to bed at night. So for you and I, as we look at this opportunity this evening, give yourself permission to take the road less traveled. Give yourself that fabulous opportunity. Give yourself that heart-centered permission to be who you really are, to be that optimistic, productive, less worry-toward, someone who really stands for the principles of your self-love and your self-care, and every single day you get up into the influence of the opportunity, knowing the night before you loved yourself at that level and you slept that deeply under the influence of that peace and that positivity. So today and every day, you can go out there and create a life that you love. So, it's up to us, right? Creating a life that we love, living in your opulent bubble, decorating your life with everything that you love, comes down to personal choice in so many levels. And this is one that you absolutely can impact on your behalf. So with that, much love and many blessings. Have an awesome day.